Hey, what's going on? Listen, over the last couple of months, I've been thinking about a few things that have been challenging, a few things that have been kind of like really just bothering me. And it's been really about understanding how to change a culture and the things that you should do if you want to change a culture, create amazing customer service, and really take your business, your organization, your team to the next level. So, welcome to Leadership Legacy Radio, where we inspire you to live your dreams, encourage you to take massive action, and be your authentic and genuine self. We focus on three pillars. That's empowering youth, equipping leaders, and enriching marriages so that you can go out and dominate your space.
If you're ready to dominate, you're listening to the right show. This is the Leadership Legacy Radio. Now let's go.
Hey, what's going on? Listen, we're back to Elevate Your Leadership in 10. It is Tuesday, and we are fired up, excited about helping you take your business, your organization, or even your customer service to the next level. So I wanted to come on and just talk to you about 7 traits that you should look for in a leader, or you should start to create in your organization and build around so that you can have an amazing culture, an amazing climate, and really a service that's really high, that really has people coming back asking for more. So the first thing that you want to do is, if you have great leaders in your organization, or if you have leaders in your organization, you want to make sure that they are humble. Humility is one of the best traits that you can have in a leader. And one, it's because oftentimes when you come into a role, you may have done the job before, or you have done parts of the job. But one thing to remember is that you may have not done everything when it comes to that job, right? And why is that? And usually it's because it's multiple people on a team. So if you think about sports, if you think about a restaurant, if you think about a business, oftentimes you have a leader, and then you have, managers or staff, and then you have, workers. And so one of the things that I think about is understanding the importance of humility, being humble, being able to ask questions and know that you do not know it all. You may not ever know it all. And that's the thing. That's the key, right? You may not know it all, but you want to hire people around you that are constantly growing, knowing, and developing themselves. In this day and age, technology is moving so fast. Right now, if you are not up to date with AI, your business may be falling behind. So if you are not good at tech, you should hire somebody that's good with AI. Now, the next trait that I think that you should definitely think about when it comes to building your business, building a team, is really just being curious, right? Being curious to develop yourself, being curious to develop your team, being curious to become a better version of yourself on a daily basis. And this goes back to what I said earlier when I talked about humility. Not only do you need to be humble to ask questions and ask for help along the way, because you're going to need people around you that are better than you in different aspects, right? You may be a great leader, but you need people that are good at service. I was talking to my wife recently, and one of the things that we joked about is that I can't run a restaurant. I can't wait the tables. I can't check in the customers. I can't run the bar and then still order the food, the beverages, and all that. Like, I can't do it all, right? Now, I could if I want the business to fall to the ground. Now, why is it that businesses and organizations run like this, but we fail to do this in different aspects of our lives? Whether it's a business that we're building, whether it's a entrepreneurial venture, whether it's a team. You can't have one person lead the entire team, right? You have one person that's the voice that motivates everybody, that gets everybody involved, but then you have to have other moving parts to help the team be successful, right? Which is why you want to be curious about what motivates the people on the team, what inspires them, what gets them going, and how to get the best out of them. Asking good questions, right? The third thing that I want you to do is think about the power of effort, right? You going above and beyond, going out of your way to connect with people. I remember when I was in Japan, one of the things that really stuck out to me was how a lot of teams struggled, right? And what I saw is that everybody would find 1 or 2 players and focus on them. Just like, hey, I'm gonna elevate these 1 or 2 players. Now, what separated me from a lot of the people that I work with was the way that I showed up, the way that I inspired the people that I work with, the way that I work with the youth. I would take, and in a matter of a few months, my team would transform tremendously. But it would be because I would help, one, the leaders on the team be leaders. I would help them lead their teammates, their members, and become leaders on the team, so that what I could do is, as they led their team, I could go over and help some of the other players that may have lacked the confidence, may have lacked the self-awareness, and may have lacked the really the understanding of what they bring to the team, because everybody's valuable. The problem is, most people, although they may know this, they don't know how to communicate this, which is why you have to have effort. You want a leader that has effort, that goes out of their way to connect with people and make sure that they see the best in themselves, and then you could bring it out of them, right? And that's one of the things that I love about the team that I follow the most in basketball, the Miami Heat. Most people don't want to make trades with the Miami Heat. And the reason being is because they take people that are good and make them play above their skill level, above their potential, because of how they believe in them, the opportunities they give them, and how they push them to be successful. If you want your organization to thrive, if you want your organization to get to the next level, you have to have some effort. You have to get some skin in the game, and you have to follow through. The next thing that you want to do is, and this comes line in line with effort, right? You want to be trustworthy. The people have to know that you believe in them, that that they can trust you, but that when it comes down to it, that you have their back, right? Are you somebody that they can count on? Can they count on you? Can they depend on you? Can they rely on you? And that's one of the most important things that a leader can do for their team, is know that when he shows up, that he's going to always have their back. He's going to always support them. He's going to always elevate them, because that's what you need to do. Now, the next trait that I want to talk to you now, if you're keeping count, this is trait number 5, generosity. Generosity is really important. Now, one of the things that I think about when it comes to generosity is it's not just giving, but giving continuously, right? So let's talk about the sports analogy, right? And let's talk about how that kind of like breaks down. Now, if you come in and you have you're taking care of your leaders, right? The guys that are going to lead the team on the floor, and then you're taking care of your role players and your bench players and all of these people, and you're elevating them, right? And you have created trustworthiness in them, but you're constantly giving out compliments, right? What tends to happen is this becomes very contagious. Most people are going to start to do the same thing that you're doing. They're going to say, you know what? I can do the same thing. I can, encourage my teammates. I can compliment my hey, that was a mistake, my bad. They take ownership, and they work together better than they would have ever done before. But that's what you need to look for in a team player and a leader. I've been watching a lot of things in our society right now, and one of the things that really bothers me is the way that we hire coaches, right? Sometimes we hire coaches just based on, their ability to rack up wins, but not how they treat people, right? Well, I don't care how they treat people. Well, you should, because that's why so many people right now in our society are having mental health issues, are having these problems, because we're not taking care of them. We're not speaking to them. We're not valuing them as people. All we're worried about is what you can do right now. And if you can't do it, sit on the bench because you're not helping my team win. That is not the way that you coach. That is not the way that you lead. A coach brings the best out of people. The coach is supposed to ask questions, clarifying questions, and elevate the performance of the people around them. That's what coaching is. Coaching isn't me, making you win. No, coaching is me bringing the best out of you so that you can be at your best in every aspect of your life. That's what coaching does, right? The next thing that I want to talk to you about is listening. Now, again, if you're keeping track, this is number 6. Listening. You gotta be able to listen. There's always going to be somebody that knows something that you may not know or that you're not aware of, because the higher you go, the less you're going to be connected to some of the things that are going on. For example, I remember when I was working in surgery, and one of the things that I would always think about is the people that I was doing surgeries on. Well, what I started to notice is that some of the people started complaining about not being able to get in for surgery. And why was it? It was because the front desk staff felt like they knew what was best, and they knew who was best to get in for surgery. That is not their job. Their job is to get the customers in the door. The technician's job is to screen the patient, and then the doctor's job is to qualify the person for surgery. The problem is when you put people in positions when they think they know better than the team, sometimes they become a little bit of a hindrance and they become a crutch and they can make your team struggle. So you want to be careful and make sure that you're listening to the people that are going to help you elevate and go to the next level. The last thing that I want to talk to you about is encouragement. You got to be an encouragement to your team. This goes line in line with trustworthiness, but also going out of your way and giving your team your very best effort, right? So you got to elevate your team's performance, but encouragement is the oxygen for the soul. One of my favorite quotes, one of the quotes that my wife absolutely loves is, you gotta touch the heart before you ask for a hand. And it's from John Maxwell. And what he's talking about is you gotta connect with people first before you can even take them to the next level, before you can say to them, let's go on this journey. You can't say, hey, let's go. For example, in the military, you can't say, hey, let's go to war. If somebody doesn't know who you are, they're going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you trying to take me? Not going to happen. So before you connect with people, before you ask for a hand, before you ask for people to do anything, connect with them, get to know them, get to know about their family, get to know about their loved ones, get to know about them. How can they get to that next level? Now, before I close, what I want to talk to you about is understanding that, you know, not only is encouragement oxygen for the soul, but everybody needs it. I remember listening to John, and I share a lot of quotes from John Maxwell because, you know, I spend a lot of time with him. I go and I do training with him twice a year. And one of the things that I love that he said is that his dad told him, he said, how do you know when somebody needs encouragement? And he said, I'm not sure, Dad. And his dad said, if they're breathing, they need encouragement. So if that says anything, I hope that serves you. I hope that helps you, and it helps you understand how you can help others by being an encouragement. The one thing that you can do for others is encourage them, lift them up, make them feel appreciated, make them feel acknowledged. You know, one of the things that I love about the shift that we've had in our society is that now we're going through this, you know, everybody wants to talk about diversity and inclusion and all of these things, but have we been talking about belonging, right? And if I could, I'd showed you guys this video that I recently stumbled upon, and it captures what belonging is. It's showing up to a party and dancing like crazy and not caring who's looking, right? Like the Carlton doing the Carlton from you know, back the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, before I close, I want to leave you guys with 3 questions that I think that you definitely need to ask, right? Every quarter that you're in business, every, you know, quarter that you play in basketball, every half, whatever, you want to ask these 3 questions to make sure your business is on track and moving in the right direction. And I'm going to leave you with this. The first question is, what did we do right? So if you're looking at your business and you're looking at the last quarter, so if we're looking at December, October, November, December of last year, last quarter, and we're asking ourselves, what did we do right? You write that down, right? As a team, collectively. The second question that you want to ask yourself is, what did we do wrong, right? What did we do wrong collectively? What didn't go well? And these things are going to help your team in their own mind document all of the things that went well, document all of the things that went wrong, and then lastly, what do we need to change? As you go into this new quarter, as you go into this new season, as you go into this new half, what do you need to change? I hope this serves you. I hope you go out and crush it, and I hope you go out and dominate your space. This is Christian Martinez tuning out for Elevate Your Leadership in 10.